it's Christine from the European Startup Association, and I'm here with Marco. And Marco is another member of ours, and he has an amazing startup. And we're super happy and excited to have you in our association, like we are with all our members. I know I say that at every interview, but it is the truth. So I would like to hand over to you, Marco, to tell us a bit more about yourself, the startup, and why you actually started it.
Hello, Christine. Thank you for having me here today, and ciao everyone that is watching to us today. It's always a pleasure to be connected with other industry leaders and people that are active into startup space and ecosystem. So I'm really glad that we are talking today. As said, I am Marco, and I am the CEO and founder of Volvero. And Volvero is a startup that is revolutionizing how people are getting around. And in particular, we are creating a service in which owners of vehicles, that can be cars or motorcycles or commercial vehicles, can share them with a community of drivers. How we are doing this? We are doing this via an app that will soon be ready on the stores and available for everyone in Italy, and hopefully very soon also in other European countries.
Yes, and why have you actually started this? What was the idea? Just tell me a bit more about it. For me, it almost seems obvious, but sometimes the obvious just need to be stated.
So this is a very funny story indeed. I was living in Luxembourg, a small country at the heart of Europe. It was early 2016. And that time I had a girlfriend. She was based in Milan in Italy. And I had to commute a lot, because otherwise she would have killed me.
Otherwise, no girlfriend anymore.
Otherwise, no girlfriend in Italy, yeah. And therefore, I was always trying to rent out a car because I needed to drive back to Italy at weekends. Like train connection were not possible. Airlines were not connecting Italy and Luxembourg that time. So the only feasible way was to take a car and drive back. I didn't own my own car, so the only solution was to rent out one from the most famous car rental services. Yes. But it was very difficult. Indeed, every time there was a problem, or I was too young, or my credit card was not accepted, or I booked a car and I showed up at the office and they didn't have the car. So I said, why I cannot create something like paying for using the car of someone like a friend of mine or a co-worker or someone in my neighborhood. And that was the how everything began, I would say.
Yeah. Very nice. And like you said, it's you're not the only one commuting back and forth without a car. I think also the trend obviously goes towards not owning a car, but sharing a car, especially in big cities and especially in countries like Italy, where it's quite expensive to have a car. It's expensive to have a car anyway, but Italy is crazy with that kind of stuff. So I think wonderful and lovely that you share this idea. Thank you. I hope it worked out with the girlfriend, and she said, it's okay, you got your car every weekend. And what, apart from the personal travel and commuting challenges, what kind of challenges did you face in your startup journey so far? Because it's never a smooth ride, unfortunately, and it's never easy. And we're here to share challenges as well as how we overcame it, so we can all learn from each other.
Yeah, that's a very smart question, Christine, and thanks for asking this. I am more than happy to share my experience with fellow founders or everyone that is interested in creating their own company or startup. So honestly, one of the first things they tell you once you are attending or are into accelerator programs or you are talking with investors is that the team is the most important part of a project. And, at the very beginning, you are just very confident that you can hand over everything on your own, and you just
Mm.
need a good idea, and everything will be done easily. But then after 2.5 years doing this, I can confirm that it's all about team and how the team execute on the idea. In my particular case, the biggest issue was that in the team we didn't have a technical founder. So by technical founder, I mean someone that is able to write code or actually develop the app. And we are a tech business, so that's a pretty
Yes.
important part. It's not just about marketing and PR or numbers. And that was a huge problem we had. Indeed, we have wasted a lot of time by looking for someone with that expertise. And as long as we were not able to find that kind of a person, we relied on the work of contractors. But that created us a lot of problems because if you don't have someone within the team that is able to
Yes.
understand technology, you are outsourcing an important part of your business, and you don't have any control on that, and that's not admissible if you want to build a very important brand or a very relevant startup.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's is very, very true. And especially there's so many great ideas people have, but they just don't execute them, or they don't know how because they don't have the competencies, and they struggle much more because they don't have a technical knowledge, or even they have the technical knowledge, but they don't know how to market the service. They don't know how to pitch to investors, and how to do research and all this kind of stuff. So it's all about the team. I like that. And this probably leads nicely into what kind of competencies and characteristics a startup should have to are more to be more likely to succeed, let's say, because obviously there's big failing rates and stuff, whatever that means, but to succeed quicker, let's say.
Yeah, so there is a huge failure rate, especially in the first 1, 2, and 3 years, as you mentioned, Christine, and that's due to the fact that there is a lack of preparation in founders, and also, in my opinion, the wrong belief that you can just create something without preparation and just manage to succeed. That's what usually media and Hollywood want us to think, like this amazing story of the garage guys who are building
Yes.
a great product without any, previous experience or money, and that's not true. So this
I
is
know.
just a fairy tale. The
It's
real
the
world.
marketing storytelling that everyone uses to sell their business, including the big brands that we don't want to name here, but I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fairy tale, and it's not like that in the world. So are cool. Startups are cool, but the way how usually they are built is not that cool. So no one is telling you about that many nights that you are not sleeping, or some days you are working on your project. So you need a lot of preparation to mitigate risks and also to optimize the opportunities for growing. You asked what kind of skills you need. I think that if you are running a tech startup, of course, you need at
Yeah.
least two founders, one that is able to understand technology, and one that is the hustler. How do
Yes.
they call it? So
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, the one that is doing a lot of activities, pushing, and connecting with everyone all over the world. So I would say that those are um, the
Hmm.
two main domains that have to be covered by the original founding team.
Thank you. It was so nice to talk to you and get to understand your business a bit better. And we are really looking forward to supporting you on your startup journey. And I thank you very, very much for your time today.
Okay, thank you so much, and I invite anyone that is taking a look at our talk today to connect with me, marco@volvero.com. If I can help you, I am always happy to share my experience with you and to visit our website, volvero.com.
Oh,
Ciao.
amazing. Thank you so much. This is why we love our members so much. Thank you. Bye bye.